one pool, the first pool we looked at, a little bit more sun, seemed a little bit more shallow, but we found some different things there. We found newts there, at least one, but did we find any newts here? No. But did we find a salamander here?
Yeah.
Yes. Does anybody know what salamander that was? What is it? No, we found spotted both of the eggs. But the actual salamander, the marbled salamander. We didn't find any marbled salamanders at the other site, did we? So there's a difference in the salamanders that live. We have spotted salamanders in both pools, newts in one pool, marbled salamanders in the other. Now we found the difference in the frogs too. Do you remember the frog tadpoles we found at the first pool?
Yeah.
What kind of frog were they?
Green frog.
Green frogs. What kind of frogs did we find here? Wood frogs. And did we find any green?
Yeah.
We found one green frog, okay? But mostly we found lots of wood frogs, a different species or different type of frog. A frog that requires a short amount of water so it can get out really quick. The marbled salamander, by the way, breeds in the fall. It laid its eggs last fall, and its larvae have been growing all winter, and they'll soon leave this pool. You saw the gills and the legs on them. In mid-May, these guys will probably be gone. So if you come back in July, this pool may be dry, but certainly the salamanders will be moved out of here. What about the insects? We found some things in here that were pretty interesting. Did we find any mayflies? No. We found mayflies over there. And do you remember what I told you about mayflies? Yep, just like the newt, they needed more water. What did we find a lot of in here? Somebody just told me they found 42.
No, 43.
43? Found one more while we were talking. Huh?
Yep.
43 what?
Midge
Midge larvae is the red ones.
I think that's 44.
What else did we find lots of in here? What else? Lots of slime. You found a lot more algae. You found a lot more nutrients in here. So you can see some differences in the pool, just in the character of the water and in the character of the leaves, as well as the organisms. What else did we find for insects in here? Did we find any clams?
We did.
Okay, we found a few fingernail clams. Now, who before today knew that there were clams that lived in pools in here? Generally, when we think of clams, we think of salt water. But believe it or not, we actually have species of shrimp, like fairy shrimp, and species of clams that live in our vernal pools, as well as some of our ponds. We found some dragonfly nymphs in here. We found some isopods, which we also found in the other pool. We found some big diving beetles here. Did we find those in the other pool? No. So we found differences, and once again, depending on what team you were on, we all found some things commonly, like midge larvae, but some things we all didn't find. Some of us